A very good evening. I'm Aditi Lama with the Monday night edition of South Asia News, Vision of Asia. We are coming to you from our studio in New Jersey. Welcome to the show. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Let's begin the episode now, taking a look at the coronavirus pandemic and its impact. The world has surpassed 244 million cases of COVID-19 with nearly 5 million deaths. Here in the United States, we are at 45 million cases of COVID-19 and we have surpassed 736,000 deaths. Dr. Anthony Fauci, nation's leading health expert, has stated that children ages 5 to 11 could begin getting vaccinated against COVID-19 early November. This comes as the US FDA is set to discuss Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for younger children this week. That's about 28 million children in this country. Pfizer has submitted its data for emergency use authorization for a lower dose vaccine for young children. Meanwhile, today, Moderna has said that its vaccine is safe for children 6 through 11. The company has stated that its vaccine produces a powerful immune response in that age group. The company also has said that children in its trial had antibody levels that were 1.5 times higher than those seen in young adults. The biggest question now is if parents will feel safe enough to vaccinate their children. Would you get your child vaccinated? Write to us on events@itvgold.com. With that, let's now take a look at the headlines coming in on tonight's South Asian News segment. Here are the headlines. Inspiring South Asian American Women presents virtual All About Voting discussion. India Heritage and Culture Association and Consul General of New York presents 5th Annual Natya Darpan, Edison, New Jersey. Coalition of Hindus of North America hosts fundraiser in New Jersey. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia South Asian News segment. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. And welcome back. I'm Aditi Lama and this is Vision of Asia, Monday night episode of South Asian News. Let's take a look at Indian Heritage and Culture Association, a volunteer-based organization in New Jersey with its main purpose of promoting local talent and bringing communities together through performance arts. Celebrating Indian theater, dance, and music, the association provides opportunities to express talent without limiting factors of language, subject, and censorship. The association also presents very popular theater events in the US through several events. Such an event recently was the 5th Annual Natya Darpan, a multilingual short play festival in Edison, New Jersey. The event saw many highly acclaimed and award-winning US-based theater groups who performed high-quality short plays. Natya Darpan was presented in collaborations with the Indian Consulate of New York. This adds into Indian Consulate's ongoing support for Indian performance arts and its reach in the US. Here is the story.
This is a short play event which will happen throughout the day. It's an amazing event. I'm part of the Natya Darpan and I can guarantee you this is one of the best shows you will ever watch. Again, this is about promoting the local talent, our culture and heritage in United States. Again, thank you.
I would like to congratulate Ashok Chaudhary and his team for excellent putting up the excellent cultural program to empower the second generation, and that is the most important thing we can do as a first generation to empower the second generation about our culture, heritage, and so please keep supporting them, and Ashokji keep doing this good work, and we all are with you. Thank you.
And I'm here today at this wonderful event, which Middlesex County always helps sponsor, because we are committed to having the diversity of our county celebrated anytime we can. And this particular event is wonderful. I've attended before. The artists and the actors and everyone who contribute are excellent.
Friends, it goes like this. The stage actors, performers are on the forefront. Behind them are writers, directors, sound engineers, music composers, light operators, stage designers, makeup artists, and all the people like that. They are supported by dedicated volunteers, sponsors, and of course, audience. This is a big, giant pavilion, and the person who moves this big, giant pavilion is Dr. Ashok Chaudhary.
I'm very glad today that theater communities from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York are here. For example, Prayog Theatre, Amina Mehtaji is here, and he is from the Hindi theatre group. There is a Epic Actors Workshop group, Dr. Gargiji, Dr. Deepandre are present. Ekta is another Bengali theatre group where Sudipta Rai is present here. We have ICS presentation. We have a presentation from Manna America, the Kannada group heading the actor Anand Rao. We have also this year to add to our new group, two Tom's River Theatre group, John Diaz and his colleagues are here. So we have a lot of theatre groups are present in Natya. Not only they are present, they are participating. For example, Pooja Shori from ICS and Epic Actors Workshop is now performing here at Theatrics play. Sajal Mukherjee from Epic Actors Workshop is performing at Mumbai Buzz. Somandu and Shuparna are performing at ICS group. So there are so many cross collaboration, and that happens at only Natya Darpan.
Privileged to get invited by Natya Darpan, Ashok Chaudhary and his team. I would like to congratulate them because I believe that any culture in the world only can sustain if they connect their second or third generation to their heritage. And Natya Darpan is doing such a great service to whole community, whole Indian American diaspora, by connecting their second generation or subsequent generation to the culture and heritage by showcasing multilingual art performance.
Our Middlesex County Board of Commissioners is absolutely committed to embracing and celebrating the diversity of this county. And I'm very pleased because it will be official very soon, but the latest census has determined what we've always felt in our hearts, but it's determined that Middlesex County is the most diverse county in the state of New Jersey. And
it is indeed a delight to have Natya Darpan return, this time in the physical format, with the short plays in 3 languages, Indian, Marathi and Hindi. I also understand that we have had many more languages in the past. So Natya Darpan truly brings a pan-Indian flavor to the theatre world. And this bodes well as it increases its popularity, it increases its reach to the much wider audience.
But on behalf of Mayor Tom Lanky and the entire Edison Council, we would like to recognize the hard work of personally Ashokji and the Natya Darpan team. So this is a proclamation. Raj, if you can hand over it to Ashokji.
Thank you everybody. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
लेकिन मैंने नाटक किया। बूंदेले हर बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी। बूंदेले हर बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी। खूब रही मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी। और नाटक में मुझे फर्स्ट प्राइज भी मिला। ये आपको दो ट्यूशन फिर भी घिसट के पास होते हैं। बिना ट्यूशन के स्कॉलरशिप लाते हैं। फिर भी क्यों नहीं प्यार करते हमें सब लोग? क्यों नहीं प्यार करते हमें सब लोग? क्या बुराई है हम में? हमें भी तो प्यार चाहिए ना।
Let's now talk about the upcoming elections this November 2nd. In New Jersey, a bill signed into law this spring has established that early voting this election allows voters to visit centralized mega-site polling places. Secretary of the State Tahisha Wei has said that the legislation is an effort to expand access to voting and will strengthen our democracy by providing voters with more options to cast their ballot. Early voting has already begun in New Jersey and will go through October 31st, giving voters an additional 9 days to cast a ballot. Many local and state level positions are up for grab this election, so it's very important that you vote if you are in the state of New Jersey and get your voice counted. Recently on this and much more, ISAL, Inspiring South Asian American Women, presented a virtual discussion titled All About Voting. The organization seeks to bring South Asian women together to promote community engagement and public service in the state of New Jersey. The session stressed on all you need to know about voting this November. Here are some highlights.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Chandana. I think a lot of what Shobana was saying really resonated with me and issues that we've faced, in the Sikh American community as well. So just a little bit of background about SALDEF. This is actually SALDEF's 25th year, our 25th anniversary. So we started in 1996, and we actually started as SMART, so Sikh Media and Resource Task Force, because there was a concern at that time about the way Sikhs and Sikh Americans were being represented in the media. The name changed to SALDEF shortly after 9/11, where we added legal services and other types of support because of the experiences of the community. And I think, part of the civic engagement efforts were an outgrowth of that, because I think at that time it became, the community became painfully aware of the fact that we really had very little representation, very little organized sort of policy agenda, really had minimal voice for the experiences of the community nationally, and also on the state and local level. And so, in addition to a lot of the work that SALDEF does around hate crime response, around litigation services, around education and training, there was a focus on civic engagement. And so we started the Sikh Vote program about a decade ago, where we really became active in getting the community registered to vote, understanding the importance of voting, civic engagement. And a lot of the barriers that we faced then and continue to face, are similar to what Shobana mentioned. So we had issues, just having the community understand why this is important, making the connection for the community. I think, there were certain things that were happening in the last, 20 or so years that, highlighted the need and the necessity, but I mean, it's still a conversation that, we needed to have when we were going out there. And typically we were going out to Gurdwara, so our houses of worship where the community gathers every Sunday, and really, getting to know the Sangat and having these conversations. Number two, language access. So, and I noticed actually in Melissa's presentation, Punjabi was not a language that was that was translated in terms of a number of the the voter registration, etc. So that is a language that a lot of members of our community speak. For many, that's their primary language. So sort of the onus falls on community organizations like SALDEF and others to do the translation services and to ensure that the community understands, what those, what the process is and understands, gets the translation that they need in order to vote and to register.
It's now time for another short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. Again, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back. I'm Aditi Lama, and this is Vision of Asia South Asian News segment. Known as Kona, the Coalition of Hindus of North America is a grassroots advocacy group representing the Indian community, the Hindu community, and educating the public about Hindu heritage and tradition. The coalition promotes its members to become meaningful contributors and active participants in their local communities on a wide range of issues. Kona hopes to make an impact on how Hinduism and India are discussed in North America among the youth, in the media, and within political circles. Inspired by the concepts of duty, unity, and understanding, members of the coalition are united for common causes that make a difference in the world. Recently, on this and much more, the Coalition of Hindus of North America hosted a fundraiser raising more than $25,000 for the enrichment and betterment of Hindu communities of the country through cultural, social, and academic exchanges. The event saw culture performances and speech addresses, and also in support, ITV Gold's chairman, Padma Shri Dr. Sudeep Parekh. Here is the story.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the channel. Today's event was about the fundraiser and a community reception for Kona, which is Coalition of Hindus of North America. We are a grassroots advocacy organization that is seeking to protect our community's interest and our culture by working on matters that impact us. So today's event was a launch of raising money for the cause and how we can make sure that our community's interests are protected, how our culture is propagated forward, and how collectively as a community we can come together. So very happy to see Dr. Parekh join us today, as well as esteemed community leaders from all over and supporting our cause. So once again, I want to thank ITV and I want to thank Dr. Parekh and Parekh Worldwide Media for always being there for the community, for always supporting us, and we look forward to the partnership. Thank you and namaste.
We all are Hindu. We are proud practicing Hindu. It means we are Hindu, we are practicing Hinduism, and what is Hinduism is like the whole world is one. And so we should be nice to others and we should be inclusive. That's called Hinduism. And therefore we should always try to, and I know that your organization, Kona, is working for removing the misunderstanding about Hinduism, correcting the wrong narrative about Hinduism, correcting the and giving the right narrative about Hinduism. And the more than that, I would suggest that we should start a parents network, is Hindu Parents Network, because then and then all the parents will instill a correct Hinduism in their children. And once you instill at that age, then the Hinduism will flourish. So you can always count on my support, my media support, and I wish you all the best. And all the organization, Japan, Niraj, organizers, and their team, wish you all the best, and keep doing good work. We are with you. God bless America, God bless India, God bless Kona, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Nikunj Bhai, Hitesh Bhai, Japan Bhai came about like a month ago and tell me about this event. I think it is very important. We should have a lot of events like this. We should explore Hinduism and we should work together. Thank you.
Hello everybody. બધાને હેપી દિવાળી. આ ફંક્શનમાં અમને ખૂબ જ મજા પડી. બધાએ એન્જોય કર્યું હશે અને બધા આપણે આ લોકોને હેલ્પ કરવા મદદ કરીશું એવી આશા રાખું છું. બધાને હેપી દિવાળી અને મારા શુભકામનાઓ તમારી સાથે છે. તો બધા પ્રેમથી અમને સાથ આપશો એવી મારી આશા છે. મારું નામ કાંતાબેન છે. હું ફિસાનામાં વાઇસ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ તરીકે કામ કરું છું. બ્રિજ વોટરમાં પણ મારા હસબન્ડ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ છે. એમાં પણ હું ઘણી જ હેલ્પ કરું છું. તો તમે બધા અમને સાથ આપશો એવી હું આશા રાખું છું. બોલો વંદે માતરમ.
Ankush Bhandari, and I am one of the steering committee member for Kona. I would love to say that our dharma is being hampered here and there. So we want everybody to step up and support our grassroots level organization, which is Kona. With that short note, I will want to end here and say thank you for all who come here for our fundraiser. Namaste and Shubh Ratri.
I am Smita Raj. I'm a part of Kona. And today we had our first fundraising. And we had a very good show of support from the community. We are very, very thankful to our community members for all the support. And we hope the community continues to support us in the same way.
My name is Madhavan B. Nair. Kona today have made a casual introduction to the community. And it was, in fact, it is great in its objectives and outreach programs. Protecting Hindus and its heritage, it is a very great importance for the community at large. I wish all the best in the efforts to make their objective come true on behalf of all the community around. Thank you.
Namaste, my name is Shohini Sharkar and I am on the board of directors for the Coalition of Hindus of North America. Today we had our fundraiser. It was our first fundraiser that we did officially as an organization, and I think it was a huge success. We had a huge turnout. We invigorated all the folks that were there at the organization, at the fundraiser, and I think that the children were very inspired to be a part of Kona. We had a lot of young volunteers come and help, which was really great. And I think it was also really wonderful to see so many people excited about supporting Hindus. I think we see that a lot of organizations, for many other religions get a lot of support and we're so happy, but we also need to do that for Hindus. So I think that it was a really important event today that we did, and I am really, really excited for and enthusiastic for the success that we had.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joyce Mehta. I am a very proud member of the South Brunswick Board of Education. I have been invited here at Royal Albert by Kona. I'm very, very grateful for the invitation. And just to say happy Diwali to everybody, happy Navratri. Aaj Karwa Chauth hai, to happy Karwa Chauth. And united, we can definitely make a change for the future. Thank you.
Well, with this, we wrap up our show for the night. Please send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. You can email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on our Facebook handle @itvgold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for free access to many of our popular shows. Thank you for joining us tonight from Edison, New Jersey. This is Vision of Asia, and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.